Hi, I'm Josh, and this is a school project that I've been working on. The topic that I chose was the history of video games in a timeline. Here are some facts about the history. To start off, a lot of people think that the first video game was Pong, but that is incorrect according to Steve from Stash Learn. The first video game was reportedly called Nim. It was a very simple game where two players alternate picking up matches, and whoever picks up the last match loses. A man named Edward U. Condon invented a computer that plays the game with you. In 1967, Ralph Baer invented the Brown Box, which was a console that allowed games to be played on TV screens. The next advancement was a video game called Pong, made by Atari in 1972. In 1977, the Atari 2600 console was released featuring games like Donkey Kong, Space Invaders, and Frogger. Around 1983, things went downhill for Atari when they released the game called E.T. It was a very hated game by the gaming community because a lot of bugs and glitches in the game. By 1985, Nintendo released a system called NES, or Nintendo Entertainment System. It featured multiple games like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Final Fantasy. 1988 was a great advancement because this is when a game about football was released called Madden. The game's quality was top-notch for its time, with the graphics being something people have never seen before. 1989 saw the release of the Sega Genesis, which hosted a lot of games like Sonic the Hedgehog, for example. In 1992 and 93, the Game Boy launched, allowing players to take their games mobile. In 94 saw the release of the PlayStation, which was a massive advancement in video game history. There were a ton of games that were offered, like the Final Fantasy series, Resident Evil, and Metal Gear Solid. The PlayStation sold more than 100 million units. In 1999, online gaming became a thing with a game called Dreamcast, which didn't take off in popularity, but it was still the first game to be played online. 2001 saw another advancement in video games, with Microsoft's release of the Xbox, which brought one of the most popular games of all time, Halo Combat Evolved. In 2003, a platform called Steam released on PC, allowing people to buy and download games from there. Around 2006, the Wii console was released by Nintendo that offered a lot of games. In 2009, gaming spread to a lot of other countries and became more popular. In the present day, we have esports and graphics beyond our imagination. On this slide, I interviewed my dad about his experience with video games. I asked him a couple of questions about his experience with video games and his thoughts on the advancement of them. He talked about playing games with his friends and how he thought that it was cool how games have developed over time. You can pause the video to read through the script. Here are some games that he played and the system. Minecraft and Call of Duty are the ones that I played. Here are my sources. Thanks for watching and take care.